How's it going, guys? This is San Quentin Camaro getting back at you. Just giving you an update for this week's mods and what we have planned and what's really going on. Some of you guys might not know, but I destroyed my rear end, I don't know, 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago, something like that. Had it all rebuilt, and I went with Eaton True Track diff, and I'm about to change the fluids on there, and as well as on the front bumper. I've gotten the fog lights in, as you can see. Thing is still dirty. I haven't washed it off. Got bug splatter all over, and I got the grills that I've made left and right. Here you go. Not trying to show the front that much though. Going to paint this upcoming Monday, so be a lot better updates coming pretty soon. But just showing you a quick glimpse. We're all jacked up here. Time to get to that diff and get this fluid change and make some stuff happen. All right, I'm gonna get out of here and get back to you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, hopefully you can see this. I'm about to break this bolt to drain the fluid out the diff. I called Eaton up because I saw specs for 7590 as well as 8090. They said it really doesn't matter. Basically, you just don't want to have any synthetic in here. And I don't need to add any kind of additives. Hopefully I don't make a mess here. Pan's a little warped. Sure, this stuff is nice and black. Gross. Anyhow, there we go. We're draining. Take a look at this plug here. Just really dark, but I don't see any type of metal shaving, so that's pretty good. Magnet. Sure it's working. Anyhow, let this baby drain out. I don't need to see a full drain, so fade out and we'll come back. Well, while my diff is draining, I figured I'd take a moment to talk to you guys real quick. And so when I got my diff installed, the guy at the shop, since it was kind of pricey, he goes, I'll hook you up with your first fluid change for free. Just bring the car in here. But me being a car guy, I was like, I got to get my hands dirty and do it myself. So I negotiated with him. I said, all right, what would you normally charge for a fluid change to do the diff? He shot me a number, and then I asked him, I said, well, instead of giving me the free service, why don't you just put that as a discount on a job I have, and then I'll change the oil myself. And it was the simplest thing I asked, and he instantly agreed to it and said, okay. So it worked out in my favor. Guess it worked out in his, because he doesn't have to have another car in the shop to deal with for free service, unless he was trying to look through the car to see, hey, this is broken, or you need to do this and that, to try to rack up some other sort of fees, that he could do, some other services, shall I say, that he could do, in which he would be charging me fees for. So it's pretty good, but I'm a DIY, garage at home mechanic type dude. I prefer to put my hands on my own car and work, and it's like sweat equity kind of, sort of, you know what I mean? I just know it's going to be done right if I do it. I take pride and I take care. So this time around, I'm changing my own diff fluid. It's a piece of cake. Jacking up the car, it seems like it's longer than actually doing the job, at least as far as the draining portion. Now I have to use the pump and everything to refill. Hopefully I don't make a mess on that. But I'll get back to you guys when I continue to start the refill process. All right. Well, it's not too much to see right here other than me pumping away, so I am gonna start pumping, priming, and See that fluid starting to travel. How many pumps is it gonna take? Like a Tootsie Pops. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Well, how many pumps does it take to get this damn diff fluid in here? Feels like I've already done 100. I haven't even made it into the pump reservoir yet. I'm just still going through the tube. I need a little less tube. All right. This is probably not so fun looking to you peeps. But it's what the San Quentin Camaro needs. All right, this is taking long and my arm's already getting tired of pumping. So I'm gonna let this fluid get up there and come back. Edit, edit, edit. Well, right now at the current moment, I'm experiencing a semi-pump fail. I mean, I can get the fluid into the diff and my diff, but these hoses on the pump aren't leaking, but it's air in the system. And I've done a couple of adjustments, the little bit that you can to it, and it can't seem to get it right to just pump it where it just flows nice and even. Got all this air in there, so it's just dragging on with this pumping situation. Right now, this quart is nearly empty, but I still have all these fluids and these lines that still need to make it to the diff. So it wouldn't be the first time you guys seen a pump fail or heard of a pump fail with these little shits. I've had that thing around for some years. I guess it's time for a new one or a better method. And I've already thought of a better method, but I like to try it before I just start blabbing, explaining shit to you guys that may or may not work. 90% my idea would work, but anyway, that's what's going on. A little pumpy pump. You guys gotta see it. This is just brutal, dragging out. I'm definitely getting my Popeye arm on today. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even need the spinach. But here we go. Nothing special here to see. Just bad fluid. Well, clean fluid pumping through a bad system. That's about it. You know the torque specs on the bolt though, since I didn't mention that before, it's just 20 foot-pounds. So after you finally get it all filled, your diff, and you see a little bit of drip coming out, you know you're where you want to be. Some people like to stick a finger in there to give it a little test. There's a lot of these videos on there. That's why I'm not really breaking down like a full tutorial. You guys can find that, but you're on my channel, you're looking at the San Quentin Camaro. Just showing y'all I do my own work. I don't just say it, I actually do it. Garage style at home. That's why the shops are the best. I mean, you know, with the equipment, that is. All right, blabbing too much. Cut it out when I finish doing another 1,000 pumps to get the fluid in that pumpkin. Later. Okay, at this point, I have a filled diff. Some of the overflow is just draining right back out because it's right there at the edge of the hole. And I'm gonna just reinstall my bolt. This is also another reason I say I like to do my work, because my own work, I don't know what these guys did before, but I feel like they used their air tools, their impact, and I don't know if you can kind of see that. I don't have a replacement now. Eventually I'm gonna replace this bolt, but it's like they kind of stripped it, and it was on way tighter than 20 foot-pounds. I mean, I had to put some real muscle to get this thing off, to break it loose. So, I mean, they did a good service as far as the install went, but then that's where it dropped down a little bit. It wasn't a true performance shop I went to. It wasn't just your average mechanic. It was a transmission shop who did it. But the guy must have just rushed a little bit. I got pride in my ride, and it'll be done right the next time. All this will be much, much better next time I do this. My first time actually doing my rear diff on my 2011 SS Camaro. And looks like we're done. Get ready to take it out for a test drive after this. I got the marker lights working again as well. It's one of the other updates. Just taking the car off for a little cruise right here at the gas station. Check it out, California. I mean, I haven't seen gas this low in years. We're usually averaging around $4, but the coronavirus has made gas cheaper in all regions of the United States. Just can't believe it. $2.39. Well, actually, $2.72 for me because I do 91 only. But yep, I got those marker lights going in the front. One other little thing. Anyway, I'm about to enjoy myself and hit the road. I'll holla at y'all. Thanks for watching my videos. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. We'll probably be at the paint shop then.